and upwards. And now we're going to do something with a very new product. And this is Fortnum & Mason's Clementine and Juniper Mulling Syrup. And it's from the people who brought us the Reverend Hubert liqueurs.
That's Tom Lester and our great friend Joe Wadzak. Now, Joe Wadzak is one of the great wine enthusiasts and experts in the world, but above all, he's a flavour expert.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Adores flavour, and his life is involved with working out which flavours work best with each other, and that's why he's wonderful at creating these blends.
And teamed up with Tom Lester, whose grandfather was the Reverend Hubert. So if you haven't tried Reverend Hubert, well worth a try. And this is their new product. It's actually 0% alcohol, so you could turn this into a non-alcoholic cocktail of some sort, but we're going to, as they recommend, we've made it up with red wine.
Yeah, because this mulling idea is quite a Scandinavian thing. Of course, Joe Wadzak's family is Swedish.
Yes, so there's a hint of
They're always doing mulls and glöggs and things over in Sweden.
Look at this beautiful pot. Here it is steaming away.
Again, not boiled.
No. Do not boil your mull.
That smells brilliant. I tell you what, we've used rather a good red wine here. You don't have to. This is a really nice single domain Fortnum & Mason Côte d'Aron.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to. Wow, thank you very much for sending us this.
Do you want to do the honours, Oz?
Yeah.
So the idea of this, of course, is that it's adding a bit of the bitter juniper, the tangy sweetness of clementine to the red wine, and then we're going to put some garnishes in this as well. Love mulled wine, don't you?
I love mulled wine. I have my own little recipes for mulled wine.
Do you?
Which I can either share with you now or later.
Well, you can tell me later, but I think this makes life a lot easier because you've just got two products really going into it, and then,
this product here has done most of the work of all the extra things I put in.
Well, there you go. So yes, I mean, we all have our own ways of doing it, but that makes life very easy. In fact, they say, Tom and Joe, that you can use this to cure salmon as well, if you had any left over.
Honestly, this is simple and brilliant. It's not a typical mulled wine. Mulled wines normally I'll go very heavily on clove, very heavily on cinnamon. One of the great dangers in mulled wine is too much. Too much water, making it too thin, and too much clove.
Clove is really oily, isn't it? It sends up really, really aromatic oils, and it can be, go easy on the cloves. Well, like you were saying before, keep tasting. Add a bit more if you need to, but don't go all in. This is so making life so much easier, isn't it?
It's just strong enough. You can feel it warming your throat as you go down. It goes on warming you as it goes on down. It's still warming me as it goes on down. I think that's really, really good.
And
Nice.
it is a little sweet, but actually there's more of that juiciness rather than sugar. There's no sugariness to it. Garnishes, Oz. Look, we've got
Scandinavia again.
Unusually, and I don't normally use these, but Scandinavian. Tell.
Well, this is again a good old Joe bringing in his dad. His dad was a great chef. And a Swedish chef.
For your raisins.
And so what we're doing is putting some raisins in and some almonds.
I would not have thought of this. So almonds, that's a Scandinavian thing.
Okay. And the idea generally, I think the almonds, to be honest, at the end of it, after they've been in the mulled wine for 5 minutes, I'd eat the almonds.
They'll taste delicious.
Yeah.
They'll go all
but
red.
the raisins will immediately start dissolving and start giving an extra different sweetness in a minute or two.
Yes, I bet everyone's going to scoop them out messily, aren't they, and chew on the lovely almonds.
That is not your typical English mulled wine. It's actually a more sophisticated kind of drink altogether. It's got a nice acidity to it.
I was going to say it's quite refreshing.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think mulled wine can be a bit cloying if it's boiled, B, if it's full of cloves and sugar. This is fresh.
Yeah, and B, if you've thrown piles of water in to water it down to make it go further when everyone turns up at your place. Don't. If you're making mulled wine, don't try and make it go further. Just pour more bottles of wine.
I always think you'll start a fresh batch,
Yeah, start.
But this is easy, and actually the alcohol level isn't that high on this because this is 0%. So you've got the alcohol coming from the lovely red wine, but you're not then slugging loads of port and cognac in it, which frankly gives everyone a headache.
And to be honest, you can use really cheap red wine, but that red wine shows in the quality. This is a really good single vineyard wine.
Very sophisticated.
It shows in the quality of the wine.
It really does.
In the drink.
So
that's a great success.
That's 2 warm drinks then. Warming the fingers.